Hello, today we will be looking at my process of using Camtasia to edit my videos, and the video we will be editing here is actually a mobile phone screen recording. I made a recording of how to use the YouTube Studio mobile app. So I made a tutorial on my smartphone, and now I am trying to edit it with Camtasia. So I am going to take you through my entire process of editing on Camtasia, especially how I edit my mobile phone screen recording. So I've opened Camtasia here. I will just click a new project, and this is time for me to import the media. So I simply clicked here to import the media, and so it's time for me to drag the media or add the media to the timeline here. So I can simply drag it here to the first timeline. So the way I prefer to do this is go to project settings, and I leave it as this 120/80/720 because it's actually a YouTube video. What I usually do first is I just go on to trim. Later on, I'm going to adjust the position so that these spaces will not be empty. But now I'm going to go through the entire video to edit. But before I do that, let me just quickly save this. So I come to File, I'll click on Save As, and I can simply type this YT Studio app tutorial, right? And I click save. So basically I've gone through the process of trimming out the mistakes, the ums, the second guessing, the silence, the spaces, so I have a fast-paced video with little mistakes and little distraction. And so the next step of what I do here is because I can't leave this space, these black spaces by the side, what I typically do is I duplicate this, I copy, I take to the end here, and I paste. So I have two of these now, right? I have two of these now. I have the option of making this one larger. I could adjust this a little larger. So this is more work because I'll have to be adjusting both of them. So this gives a more zoomed in view of this, and so as we go along, you see, we could be having a more zoomed in view, so that since it's a mobile phone, people can be able to, it won't become, the text won't be too small for people. So that's what I do typically. I just duplicate it, and so I adjust them as I go along. So I have to go through all the process of listening and adjusting the height, so that when what I'm describing is below, I make sure the bottom part of this one is showing. When it's middle, I make sure the middle part is showing. When what I'm describing is, say, at the top here, I'll make sure the top part of this is showing. So I'll go through the whole video, adjusting, cutting, and moving each part. So now I'm putting arrows to help me to easily locate and describe what I am talking about. Okay, so I've gone all through adjusting the position, top, bottom, or middle, and also putting arrows, relevant arrows to indicate actions and positions and so on. So the next step will be where I go ahead to put my like button and my subscribe button at different points, and also putting my end screen text on the screen to show maybe some description and so on. If I come to media, I click on these, I can import media, so I can copy all these assets, open. So I'm importing my assets that I will be adding to the video. So if I come to the end here, I can put my end screen. I simply right click and add to timeline, and I'll see you in the next one. So you see my end screen comes in, right? So that when I go on YouTube, I can put videos here, and I can put video here, I put videos here, and then put the subscribe button here. So that's the first thing I want to add. You discover the processes, you import, you remove things, you add things, and then you export. Okay, now it's time for us to add other assets. For example, we could put the like button. So I simply come in here and try to import the like button. Let me check for it here. Let me just import these 3 here. So typically what I do is I put this like button after every 2 minutes in my video. So I simply come in here, right click and add to timeline. So if I click this, and so I have to remove this background and adjust it accordingly. So I could just come in here, I come to more, and I come to visual effects. I come to remove a color, right click, add to selected media, and I can just come in here, click this and then remove. So I've removed the background. So if I play it, you see this. Very good. And so I think we're good to go. I could adjust it. So now I can copy this and put every 2 minutes, right? So this is 2 minutes. I can decide to put it here. This is 4 minutes. I could decide to put it here. I paste, and then at the end where I said, if you find this video very helpful, do it to like and subscribe. Find this video very helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. Perfect. So now let me look for my subscribe button, because typically I put my like and my subscribe buttons at strategic places. Let me just look at this. Okay, this is the one I want. So I could simply pair them up wherever I put my like button. So let's see. So I could just bring this in here and add to timeline so they appear side by side. I could do it here too. If I come in here too, I can do that. But you note that it's big, right? So I don't want it covering everywhere. So I could just simply hold and drag. It's at the lower section here. So after the like button, so that's okay. So I can decide to copy this instead. So I could just paste. One other thing I can do is lower thirds. So I could just decide to put the text manually. So I could just come into library here and look for lower thirds. Let me see this. Okay, I could decide to use this. I just come in here, add to timeline. So you see how it appears here. If I click play, so I can decide to edit this, change to my brand colors. Let me move this, let me make this red, bright red, yellow, it's yellow here. Let me make this black and then leave this as white. Let's see how it plays. Okay, for now let's just use this for demonstration purposes. Okay, the text open sans, could just scroll down to open bold. So I could just go YouTube Studio app tutorial. Okay, so let's see how that goes. Perfect. So that works well and looks beautiful. I can copy it again and use it for my name. So copy and I simply paste. So just by the side there. But I noticed that my like button and subscribe button getting interfered with, so I could just simply drag this to the end of my name and then drag this to the end of this. So now I could rename this. I could rename this to Dr. Lake King. So what we have here is YouTube. So you see, then come in our like and then come in our subscribe button. Perfect. So let me check my text. YouTube Studio app tutorial, that's well spelled. Let me check my name, Malik Karanaking, spelled well. So now I could go ahead to add a soundtrack. I could just import one, import media, come to soundtrack. I downloaded these from the YouTube audio library. It's free, it's safe. So I could just let me play this and see. I just add this. So what I can do here is to simply right click and then I'll bring this down. Barely audible, barely audible. Perfect. So barely audible, I can copy so that it fills the entire video. I can copy and I can paste in here. Alternatively, I can just move it so I could just drag these to the end so that we have it so that it gets to the very end of the video. And so I drag, and so when I come in at the end of the video, you save. Let's see. So before this starts, so if I put it here at the very end, I can splice this so that when the end screen is showing, the volume comes up loud. So nice. I can decide to lower it and do other things so that it enters slowly and leaves, fades out and fades in, but I don't worry much about those details. So now I think I'm satisfied with this video. I can simply export. So I come to share and then local file, and I click next here, I click next here, MP4, I click next here, and then next here, and then I make sure the name is there, and I can simply, there's no need to show to play after this or show production or organize it into this. There's no need. I'll just click finish. So now it is rendering, and when it is done, I have my video uploaded to YouTube. I will place the finished version of this video. I'll place a link to the finished version of this video so you can have an access to everything we've done together in this video. If you find this video very helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and stay subscribed, and check the description section below for a free download that will help you to easily start, grow, and monetize a hyper profitable YouTube channel fast. And as we usually say, play big, and I will see you in the next video.